What the hey, we are live, and let me make sure that the tab is muted, because I'll hear the echo, but you won't. Where do I go from here? Here we go. Mute site. That'll help. And I am here with a
go from here. Where do we go from here? The battle's done, and we kind of won. So we sound our victory cheer. Sorry.
You can tell it's late at night because we clearly have someone who's drunk over here. Oh, look, going right back to the bottle. Is that a vodka I smell in there?
No, this is Acadia water. Oh, you can't see because I put the green screen effect on, but I don't have a green screen, so it's just coming up on anything white, like the words April. see that? Fools!
Hey, speaking of funny shirts, I put this one on.
Ah,
you know who this is, right?
That's Mr. Fett.
I have a very funny story regarding this shirt real quick. So I first moved down here about 5 years ago. I go into a GameStop. I don't remember what games I bought. I brought him up to the counter. The guy behind the counter looks at my shirt and goes, "Hey, cool Master Chief shirt." And said it with like the utmost confidence ever. The only thing I could do was just look down, shake my head, and I almost walked out the door. So every time I wear this shirt, I tell that story in honor of that guy. And Guy, if you're watching this, well, just know I'm using this story to publicly shame you.
Guy Incognito. That was his name. Guy
Incognito.
Incognito.
Yes.
Are you in Georgia? I'm looking at your hat. I don't think I knew where you were. You're in Georgia? Oh, so will we be seeing you this September?
I don't know if I'm going to Dragon Con this year.
It's
I actually have not been to Dragon Con the entire time I've been here.
Oh, it's a blast, man. It is a blast.
Yeah.
I fear that my last stream might have just turned into a Dragon Con memory.
So I gotta ask, because you brought up your prior stream. So if you're in the Futurama parade, are you gonna wear a red shirt and portray a certain character that pals around with all the Star Trek characters?
We've talked about it. Because the final car in the Dragon Con parade is the car carrying Robot Santa. Because my buddy Chuck decided, how do you end a parade? You have to have Santa Claus. So they were like, all right, we'll get Robot Santa from Futurama. And everybody cosplays as Futurama characters. Now, I'm not a cosplayer, and I went a couple years ago, and they let me drive the truck. So the last couple of years, I've been driving the truck in the parade. But I keep joking around that I need to find a themed costume, and the one we keep coming back to is Welshie.
So middle of the parade, does it end with you getting struck by Melvar?
It may be.
Have someone just boom out, Welshie!
Absolutely. Is anybody here in the chat?
Nobody's here in the chat.
Because I see next to me it says private chat and comments, but I don't know if that's actually active.
The comments is the public chat. The private chat is just between you and me.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, there's nobody actually in the chat, even though we do have 2 people here. I think one of those people being me.
All right. Well, I think my friend Chuck said he was going to tune in, so one of them may be him.
All right.
There we go. Let me see. I'm going to type something in the chat to see what happens. Let's see. Let me go to.
Let me show you a cool feature about StreamYard.
All right.
Did you just send it in?
Not yet. Let me. Oh, geez, I accidentally. Hi. Yeah, that didn't work. That didn't work. I could see it on YouTube, but not over here. So.
It probably takes a minute to get over here.
Well, I will.
I don't know. I see it on the YouTube side though.
Then
I see your comment. Here's a really cool feature about StreamYard. Look what I can do. Now your comment's on the screen.
Not on my screen. Oh, there it is. Whoa, yay.
And if we wanted to, you can always hide it and just go to the very next one.
All right.
Ow.
So I could, if I use StreamYard, I could hide Joey Baseball.
There's been a massive conspiracy with Sonic the Hedgehog.
He hasn't shown up the last 2 weeks. He wasn't there tonight. He wasn't there last week. I don't know where Mr. Baseball is, but
I think it's the government man trying to keep him down.
maybe
He's been spreading too many conspiracies.
Conspiracy theories are a scam, man.
That's right.
So is anybody watching? If you're watching, write like Rutabaga in the chat so we know or something. Or
yeah.
Or write He-Man wears pantyhose. I don't know.
Yeah, that's why we're both acting like we're drunk. Actually, if I just wanted to get drunk, I'd just take a shot of whiskey right now. That would get me good. That would get me good and blacked out.
That does it. I just use hand sanitizer. It is 7% alcohol? I don't know. What I gotta read the directions now. 70% alcohol. So there you go.
Ooh, that'll get you a good buzz.
It's like that old episode of Family Ties where Tom Hanks was Uncle Nick and they knew he had a drinking problem because he drank all the vanilla extract because it had alcohol in it. I once found an empty bottle of vanilla extract by the side of the road. So I took a picture of it and tweeted it and said, Uncle Nick was here. And then a few people got it. Not everybody.
All right. Well, I don't think anybody else is here. So let's just get formally started.
All right.
So what are we here for?
We are here to discuss how the Snyder Cut is a piece of Oh, no, wait, that's not it. We are here to talk about the civil war going on at Lucasfilm. Oh, wait, no, that's fake news. I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. You have the Blu-ray.
Yes. Yes, the Blu-ray. Hang on. Let's get a close-up of the Blu-ray here.
I've got you full screen right now, man. So
you ready? We are here to talk about the 2014 remake.
Oh God, no!
Of RoboCop. No. That's not it.
You sinner!
We are here to talk about the complete animated series of Shazam from Filmation.
Okay. Little warmer.
Grindhouse.
Yay!
Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez are back, but this time they are back to back at the Grindhouse.
Oh God, I can totally make an R-rated joke right now. I'm going to.
That was the trailer. That was the trailer, man.
That was the trailer?
Yeah.
I was about to say Quentin Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez, back to back, two movies grinding each other.
Ooh. Oh, well.
Hashtag NSFW.
No.
So before we get into the movie, I feel like I have to announce this. My show got its very first sponsor.
Hey!
Yay! So I have a sponsorship read on my second screen. They were very, very meticulous. I have to read this word for word.
Is it NyQuil?
No, if it was NyQuil, I'd be going to sleep right now.
Is it RC Cola?
I wish.
Some people prefer the taste of Coke, and some people prefer the taste of Pepsi. But there are other people that will go out of their way for the taste of RC Cola.
So the sponsor that I have the most exciting book for all of you to read. A modern Jacques Cousteau, if you will. This is a man that goes by Lockhart. Simply Lockhart. He has traveled all over the world and seen some crazy things. Read about his time when he sailed on the Nile and watched a great white shark eat an unsuspecting water buffalo just to then get eaten by a hippo. Read about his time in Roswell, New Mexico when he spoke directly with an alien race known as the Goa'uld. Also read about the time he had dinner with a Sasquatch named Harry while hiking through Siberia in Lockhart's Crazy and Exciting Journeys Around the World that the government doesn't want you to read. Let me repeat the title. Lockhart's Crazy and Exciting Journeys Around the World that the government doesn't want you to read. Given the title of this book, this cannot be found at your local bookstores. You're going to have to call the toll-free number on your screen right now. That is 1-866-968-3665. Again, that toll-free number is 1-866-968-3665. And if you decide to call that toll-free number, well...
We got 2 words for ya! You fool!
If you actually call that number, that is 1-866-YOU-FOOL. How dare you fall for it?
So that's not a real book?
Nope.
Oh,
it was all a gag because I wanted to put that.
You fool!
That's all I wanted to do.
I do love Gilbert. I love, you know, my wife's friend was doing some kind of book promotion. She was selling some. It was almost like a Tupperware party type thing, but for children's books. And she asked all her friends to like support her by posting a picture of them reading a book. So my wife says to me, "Do you have a book that we can like be reading with great interest together?" And I said, "Yes, I do." And I went and grabbed Gilbert's book, Rubber Balls and Liquor. And we sat reading that, and that was the book we put out there for.
So it was just like what I did.
Pretty much.
All right. So I think we're done talking about books. You want to talk about Grindhouse?
Sure.
So my thing is where should we start? Should we start like chronologically, like where Grindhouse, like what it started with, going all the way down, or should we talk about the movies and then all the gag trailers?
I don't know. How do you want to handle it? Well, first of all, let's go back to it's 2007.
Yes.
This movie came out at Easter 2007.
So we're on the 14-year anniversary of it now?
Yeah, and it was not a hit. It was not a hit. People going out to the theater on Easter weekend, Grindhouse was not the film they were looking for. Let me give you some of the movies that were opened at the same time, because I remember it vividly, because I could give you my whole story. I was in a retirement community at the time. My dad was planning to retire to Florida, and he had a bad back, and he couldn't drive long distances, and my mother was afraid to fly. So he asked me if I would drive them to Florida to test out a retirement community, which meant that I spent 2 weeks in a retirement community, which was a lot of fun. And I spent a lot of time in the movies during that 2 weeks because I was the only non-senior citizen in town. And I saw Meet the Robinsons, Walt Disney's Meet the Robinsons. I saw Reign Over Me with Adam Sandler and Don Cheadle. These were movies opened at the same time. And the Blaze of Glory, that was it. Blaze of Glory, Will Ferrell and Napoleon Dynamite. These were the hits. These were the hits that were playing at that time. And then Grindhouse came out, and nobody was interested. Except for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to drive 45 minutes to see it because it wasn't playing in the retirement community.
Going to get them early bird specials.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Show that Blu-ray. There you go.
This is the Steelbook. Planet Terror, Death Proof, Grindhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Oh, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, my lovely assistant, Vanna White.
Over here, we have a rack of children's toys.
and what about to your right, sir?
A chair.
Just an old leather chair.
And an ottoman.
So yeah, my story's not as grand with Grindhouse, because when Grindhouse came out, I was only 10 years old. I don't mean to edge it. Hey, we have someone in the chat.
Richard's here.
Richard, woo!
But he didn't write Rutabaga. So
yeah. Shame on you, Richard. Shame on you. And,
welcome, Richard. Welcome.
I just blew out your eardrums. I don't care. So yeah, my story with regards to Grindhouse is not the most grand. Like I said, 2007, I was 10 years old, so I just aged Joe quite a bit. The fact I'm going to be 25 this year, so I actually didn't.
I'm much older than I thought I was. Someone in my comments the other day wrote you were a teenager in the 70s. I'm like, wow, news to me. The people watching my videos know more about me than I do.
Yeah. So yeah, this was probably, I think 2011. I think it was 2012 because a friend of mine, Dax, who had just moved out to my high school, we were both in what?
Jadzia Dax?
Ironically, he's actually named after her.
Oh.
And it was so funny. I'm going to sidetrack here. Starfest, that's the big science fiction convention in Denver. That's where I'm originally from. And Terry Farrell actually showed up the last year I went. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get him an autograph from her. Just as a really big joke, hey Dax, here's the woman who you're named after kind of thing. And I was thinking, maybe it'd be like $30-$35. And it's like, okay, I'll part with that. No, guess how much that autograph was?
50.
Yeah, about 50-55. And I said, no way. I mean, I love Dax, but I don't love that. I don't love the guy that much.
I mean, see, I gotta say, Nana Visitor actually signed a free autograph for my daughter. I didn't go for an autograph. I just went up to her and said, my daughter was just born. She's like, she's less than a year old, and her name is Kira. And she just real quick grabbed an 8x10, wrote to Kira, can't wait to meet the real one, and handed it to me. So I'm like, oh, that was sweet. And that's hanging in my daughter's room now.
Wow, if only I were so lucky. Maybe I should have said Dax was only a 1-year-old.
Maybe.
Yeah, so where was I? Oh yeah, high school, 2012. Dax had just moved, and we were both into Quentin Tarantino, and he asked me if I'd ever seen, we were talking about Death Proof, and he's like, oh, did you know that there was a Planet Terror? Because the two movies go together. And so I had to run out. I'm going to full screen myself here because I'm so special. So I went out, got both Planet Terror and Death Proof. And this is how I saw both movies initially for years and years and years. And that's going to be very important when we get to this one. I got to hold up the right hand.
I was very upset. I was very upset when those movies came out on DVD and they did that split release. It was a couple years before they finally put out the proper release where you got the full cut as it appeared in theaters. But yeah, I think it was because the movie lost so much money that Dimension was like, well, if we sell it as 2 Blu-rays, we'll recoup, or 2 DVDs, we'll recoup some of our losses. But as a theatrical purist, I was kind of offended. And I went out to a convention and bought a bootleg. And I had a bootleg of the theatrical cut. And I said, I refused to buy the individual cuts. I have a good friend who's very against bootlegs. I believe bootlegs serve a purpose. And
I think I know which friend you're talking about.
Yes. And
does he have a sickness for cinema?
He claims he does. He really has a sickness for his basement because cinema is defined as a theater where they show movies, and he says he does not like theaters. So therefore, he is actually basement sickness.
Because I remember in 2018, he gave you a lot of crap for buying that bootleg of what was it, Spider-Man the Animated Series?
Yeah, which at the time was not available. And I am this is a bootleg. This Shazam series is a bootleg. Sometimes I am a big fan of the bootlegs because they serve a purpose. If you are a fan of content, whether movies, television, if you are really a fan of the content, some of this content would be lost to time if it were not for the bootlegs, because they're only going to sell what they can make a profit off of. And if they don't think there's a market for the Filmation Shazam series or over here, The Secrets of Isis, they're not going to make it, because if they don't think we're going to sell it, they're not going to make it. And then generations after generations never see these shows and they're forgotten, whereas the bootleg actually keeps them alive. And if they ever put them out officially, I will buy them again officially and support the official release. But until that's there, I'm happy to have it in some form.
Mm-hmm.
We're going on a tangent.
Yeah, we are. When did they put out the official Blu-ray? I don't remember.
It was, oh man, I want to say about 2010, maybe it was 2009. It was several years. It was a few years down the pike before they finally, and it was the Blu-ray release, because before that they were on DVD,
Mm-hmm.
and then they were like, okay, we're going to put it out on Blu-ray, and it's going to be the theatrical cut. I am checking Wikipedia to see if they have theatrical home media. A 2-disc special edition of Grindhouse was released on October 5th, 2010. Oh my gosh, I'm really good. That's what I said, 2010. Yeah, it was 2010.
So that steelbook you have, who put that out?
This is probably by everyone's favorite all-around good guy, Harvey Weinstein. I'm being facetious, but yes, it's from the Weinstein Company.
Oh.
Before we knew.
Mm-hmm. Well, to be fair, it was a pretty open secret for a number of years that was just made public.
Exactly.
By the main star of one of the movies in that.
Actually, she was in both movies.
Yes, but she wasn't the lead in Death Proof.
That's right. No, she was the lead in Planet Terror, and
they gave her a blonde wig for Death Proof, which we'll go into a little later.
Yes.
So back to the original question. Do we go in chronological order of the theatrical cut, or do we talk about the movies first, then the trailers?
Well, if we're going to go in chronological order, we actually have to go all the way back to 1995. Because chronologically, the first thing we get in the movie is a fake trailer for Machete. And Machete was a spin-off of Robert Rodriguez's I want to say 95, maybe I'm wrong on the year, but Robert Rodriguez's movie Spy Kids, where the character
Spy Kids wasn't 95, it was 2001.
Oh, was it?
95 was Desperado.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Desperado.
Trejo was in that one. Trejo was in that one too.
But he wasn't Machete. He was. Yeah, I'm looking up Spy Kids. You're right, 2001. But that's where the Danny Trejo first played the character of Machete in Spy Kids. Exactly. And actually, if we want to go back even further, Spy Kids was actually a spin-off of the movie 4 Rooms. So there we go. We're going down there.
I've never seen 4 Rooms. I have it in my collection. I've just never seen it.
There is a segment called The Body, and it's about a family, and Robert Rodriguez directed it, and Antonio Banderas is the father, and there's these 2 kids, and he looked at the kids and said they look like spies. The suits they're wearing, they look like spies. And then he decided, hey, I should do a whole movie about this family and reveal that they are spies. So 4 Rooms begat Spy Kids. Spy Kids begat a fake trailer for Machete, which eventually became a real movie called Machete. So yeah, it's a rabbit hole, man.
A very big rabbit hole, and the trailer is pretty much the same way as the movie. It's just some different actors.
Yeah,
like Powers Booth made it into the movie, but the sniper, the guy who shot him, is, I don't remember who played him, and Bob De Niro wasn't the senator yet.
Right. So yeah, that's chronologically how we start off. Fake trailer from Machete, and we have several fake trailers. And,
but if we're going in chronological order, they don't come up until later in the movie.
Right.
But I'm going to tangent real quick. Did you know that there was a second movie that was made as a result of Grindhouse? I
did not.
You don't remember?
Oh, wait a minute.
Rutger Hauer is a hobo with a shotgun.
Yes, but hobo with a shotgun is interesting because that fake trailer did not appear in the original theatrical cut.
It aired in some theaters, but not every one.
From what I think it was Canadian. Like I think it appeared in Canadian theaters. Yeah.
Yeah, because yeah. Do you know the story behind Hobo with a Shotgun?
Didn't they? It was like I believe they had a contest to make a fake trailer, wasn't it?
Yes, as a for promotion for Grindhouse at the time, they issued a contest who can make the best fake Grindhouse trailer, and the winner was announced at South by Southwest back in 05.
Yes.
And many years later, the director of the trailer actually secured funding to make the entire movie. This was 2011. So we're talking 4 years after Grindhouse. So yes,
is that yeah.
Yep, 4 years after Grindhouse. So technically, 2 movies were spawned off of Grindhouse. So if we're going to talk about Machete, we have to officially bring up Rutger Hauer as a hobo with a shotgun.
Yes. I've seen Hobo with a Shotgun. I didn't care for it, but I've seen, and to be truthful, I didn't really care for Machete. I thought Machete was.
I liked Machete. I couldn't stand Machete Kills.
Oh, see, no, I loved Machete Kills.
Really?
Here's the thing: Machete, I thought was too. It was written as a fake trailer. It wasn't written as a movie. It was written as a fake trailer. And then he felt like he had to put all the scenes from the fake trailer in the movie. So he kind of wrote the movie around the trailer. And I felt that was creatively, it encased him in, like, he had to do this and this and this. And like, it was like, he couldn't be creative with it. He couldn't have fun. He couldn't let his hair down because he had such a strict structure already laid out for him with that fake trailer. Whereas with Machete Kills, he just got goofy with it. Like, it was just like let's just get nuts with this thing. And I enjoyed that. Like, it goes to 3D at one point, and I mean, I loved the second one, but the first one I thought was too limited by the need to mirror the trailer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what I didn't like about actually, no, the one part I loved about Machete Kills was Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen is the president in the Lincoln bedroom. This is the president.
Carlos Estevez.
Yeah, but it's still Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
That's his real name for those that didn't know.
Right. Yeah, but that was
because around that time he was yeah.
That was the only time though that he's ever been like actually credited in a movie as Carlos Estevez, to the best of my knowledge.
Mm-hmm. I think it's the only one. And I argued that was because at that time, the drugs had kind of taken over. And remember how he started? He wanted to be a stand-up comic. Yeah, all of a sudden, everybody wanted refunds after every show. I wonder why. Hey guys, so you hear about my 20,000 square foot mansion? I was driving down the road in my Continental.
I was just checking. I thought I saw a cat. You never know where a cat's going to pop up around here. So
yeah. All right. So before we tangent on for too long, you ready to get into the very first movie?
Sure.
And what was the first movie of Grindhouse?
Planet Terror. Robert Rodriguez's Planet Terror, which I love. But I gotta say, it is my of the 2 movies, it is my least favorite of the 2. But I do love it. I love them both. Rose McGowan.
I love the opening number though, when Rose McGowan's on the stage and you get that opening riff.
Yeah, and you get great dialogue. Like it's called a go-go dance, not a cry dance.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, I love Planet Terror. One of the great things about this movie, and we should mention this, is both of these movies are missing scenes. There's actually there's scenes missing, and it's to mirror like actual old Grindhouse films, like where
I have a complaint about the missing scene from Planet Terror though. He cut out the best part of the movie.
What do you mean?
That was the scene when Cherry and Ray were about to go at it, and then all of a sudden you see missing reel. Oh,
see, I loved that. I love that, and I loved.
I do too. But it's like, of all parts of the movie, the one part everybody's going to complain about. What's the one part?
Well, I love that they give you a reveal about his character in a missing scene. Like they cut back and they're like, well, now that we know,
I didn't know about that, Ray.
Yeah, and I thought that was just
give them all the
genius.
guns.
And then I understand that I think the DVD version restored some of those scenes, and I was like,
no, not on Planet Terror.
Okay, all right. I never watched them because I'm like, well, I don't want to see those scenes. I want the mystery. I want the thing where we didn't find out what this guy's backstory was because the scene was I like that better. But yeah, we've got the was it the Crazy Babysitter Twins? We've got
Josh Brolin as the doctor.
Marley Shelton as the nurse, and
when did I know No Country for Old Men came out in 07, but did Grindhouse predate it or did it come afterward?
I want to say it came first. Yeah, I think it did. Yes, it did. It did.
So yeah, we got because I think didn't Brolin win the Academy Award that year for No Country for Old Men?
Yeah. Or he was nominated. I can't remember if he won.
Yeah, I haven't seen No Country for Old Men. That's why I ask.
Oh, it's a good movie. I'm a big Coen Brothers fan, so yeah, I recommend that one. But yeah, and it's. I mean, what do we call Planet Terror? Is that a zombie film? It's kind of like a zombie film.
I call it a zombie movie. It reminds me a lot of the Dead movies. If you really think about it. You have like the small band of survivors that have to fight against the zombie hordes. All they did was just change the virus.
Yeah. You've got Naveen Andrews from Lost as a man who has a testicle collection.
Yes. Yeah, the biochemist. I want your balls.
So I'm kind of attached to them. Yeah.
We then get Bruce Willis as a bad guy.
Yep. Back before he demanded $1 million a movie. Yeah.
$1 million a movie.
That's why he wouldn't appear in Expendables 3.
Yeah, I heard that story. He wanted
$1 million a day. It was $1 million a day.
He won $4 million for like 3 days of shooting.
Yeah.
And they said, no, we'll give you $1 million. He told them, hey, right there. And that's why Harrison Ford's in it. Yeah,
so it's amazing. Harrison Ford, who's I think a much better actor than Bruce Willis, works cheaper than Bruce Willis apparently.
We also get Quentin Tarantino in the movie as a bad guy.
Yep. Yes, we do.
Yeah, because he's the guy that wants to get together with Cherry.
Yes, and we get she gets a machine gun for a leg. That's
well, first it was a table leg.
Yeah, that's right. Man, now I want to sit and watch Grindhouse, and I can't because it's too late at night and I have work in the morning. But I just want to sit and watch this all 3 hours of this now. Yeah, man, this is
what was Powers Booth JT, the guy that ran the barbecue?
No, that was Jeff Fahey.
Yeah,
Jeff Fahey from Lawnmower Man. Yeah, he was and he would not share his recipe.
Yep, he wouldn't share his recipe until he died.
Yes,
because he gave it to his dying brother, and then he blew the base. Yep. And yes, that's about the only way you're going to get a barbecue recipe from a Texan. All you're going to hear is, well, I can tell you, but then I'd have to kill you. Yeah, but to be fair, the movie takes place in Austin, and a lot of people kind of write that part off of Texas. If you've actually been to Texas,
I've always wanted to go to Austin. Austin is a huge area for independent film, and Rodriguez lives there, and the Alamo Drafthouse originated there, and I mean, from what I understand, it's just it's a film geek's paradise, Austin. But I've never been there.
I've been to Texas a couple times. I had to drive through there the first time I moved down here. But to be fair, I only stayed in the Panhandle.
I drove through Texas twice, but it was just like I remember on a Friday night, this is a tangent, but I remember on a Friday night driving through Texas at dusk. I was moving from Philadelphia to Phoenix, and I'm driving cross country. And it was a Friday night. The sun was going down, and I was on this lonely stretch of Texas road. And all I saw in the distance were empty fields and a meat processing plant that was closed for the night. And I thought, this is how horror movies start. I am literally in a Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now I get the flat tire, and I walk over to the meat processing plant and knock to see if they have a phone, and that's where the killer comes out. Like I saw the movie of happening in my head as I was living it. Fortunately, I did not get a flat, but
I was about to say, did you also pick up the hitchhiker?
Oh, that could have happened. But yeah,
because he picks up the hitchhiker, he gets kicked out, then they get the flat tire.
Yeah. So it was that. Yeah, there you go. That's my driving through Texas story.
Yeah, the first time I went to Texas, I stayed in Duma. That's way up. It's way up north in the Panhandle. I like to call it by its actual name, which is Dumbass, because it's spelled Dumas. So I like to add an extra consonant to the end, and you can guess which consonant I like to add. But traveling with a cat, I couldn't exactly stay there. So we drove down to Amarillo and shot out.
That's where I drove through. That was the only town, like the only big city I drove through was Amarillo.
Did you ever go to the Big Texan?
I would kind of. I couldn't eat at the Big Texan because my dog was in the car. So
that was my first time going through Texas.
Yeah, I think I got to walk into the Big Texan and check it out because my wife sat in the car with the dog while I checked it out, and then I sat in the car while she checked it out. But we couldn't sit and eat a meal. I know my friends Adam the Woo and Jacob the Carpetbagger. They went there, and Jacob took whatever the challenge was.
Oh, the 72-ounce challenge.
Yeah, and he did it. He ate it all.
Wow. How recent was that?
A couple of years ago. You can find it on YouTube. Yeah, he did it on his YouTube channel.
Oh, okay. Because I was there in 2019 when I took my big road trip out to California.
It was probably 2018. I want to say, but I could be wrong. I don't know. But I want to say 2018.
Yeah. So we go from Planet Terror talking about the Big Texan.
Yes.
That's how live streams always work, though. Oh, I forgot to put this at the bottom of the screen. We've been going for almost 40 minutes, and now you get your ticker tape.
There you go.
So in case if you forget what the live stream was for, well, now you can read across it, right? Hold on. Let me get my finger on the frame. Right across the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So where do we go on the Grindhouse?
Anything else you want to say on Planet Terror?
I don't know. I think we covered it pretty good. It's a fun movie.
Mm-hmm. One thing I would like to bring up: Greg Nicotero doing all the special effects for it.
Yes,
at least all the zombie effects.
Yeah,
and if you're a horror fan, you know exactly who that is.
Yes.
And most people watching this is like, hey, isn't he the guy from The Walking Dead?
And technically, they're not wrong. But he's done many things in his career.
I think the earliest movie I ever saw him do was Jason Goes to Hell.
Jason Goes to Hell. There's a movie for you.
That movie actually wasn't all that bad.
I'm not a fan. But I do love one line in that movie. It was Jason was on the table in the morgue. They were doing the autopsy on him, and the one guy just decides to start cursing out Jason's dead body, and he says, Jason, I'd like to take a big crap right on your hockey mask. A big mango-sized crap. And I don't know why, but the words mango-sized crap really struck me as funny back in my senior year of high school when I saw that. And it's the one line from that movie I will still quote to this day.
Oh, my favorite, one of my favorite kills from the series actually comes from the 10th movie, the Jason X.
I know the one. I know the one.
Which one do you think I'm referring to?
The face in the in the
liquid nitrogen.
Yeah. It's the best scene in that whole movie.
You also get the dumbest death in the series in that one.
Which one?
Because that's the one where she tries to take off in the shuttle without disconnecting it, so she blows up like half the ship. And Jason's not even in the shuttle, mind you.
Yeah.
No, but the funniest death in the series goes to part 8, when he sucker punches the head clean off. Goes down the fire escape, goes into the dumpster.
I guess it doesn't count as a death because they weren't real people, but I do really love the scene in Jason X where he kills the people on the holodeck. Like they take them on like that holodeck and they program the Camp Crystal Lake to trick them. They like to slow him down, and he stops to kill the 2 girls by smacking them up against the. I don't know, that scene was very funny.
So before we tangent, I think we should get back into Grindhouse. And if we're going in chronological order, the very first trailer to come after that was Werewolf Women of the SS.
All right. Werewolf. I remember watching some of the special features on this Blu-ray. And they were talking about the fake trailers. Quentin and Robert Rodriguez told a lot of their friends, their filmmaker friends, hey, shoot us some fake trailers. We need some fake trailers. So Rob Zombie made the trailer for Werewolf Women of the SS, and he handed it to Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez did not know what was going to be on this trailer. They had no idea. Rob Zombie made it on his own and then just gave it to them. So they had a screening, I think, like in Quentin Tarantino's screening room, and they played the trailer for Werewolf Women of the SS. And suddenly they said, and Nicolas Cage as Fu Manchu. And they said, Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino turned to each other and said, Nicolas Cage is in our movie? They had no idea. So yeah,
what do you think? What did you think of the premise of it, though?
I thought it was pretty funny. I would have watched that whole movie.
It is something that is more plausible if you know your history.
Yeah,
the Nazi Germany was conducting medical experiments.
Yeah,
so not uncommon.
But it does suffer from the problem of all Rob Zombie movies.
Sherry Moon Zombie.
Yeah, the woman cannot act to save her life. But
nope.
But God bless Rob Zombie. The man is loyal to his wife. His wife may be a horrible actress, but I tip my hat to him because he's very loyal to her and always has a job for her. Mm-hmm. Because God knows no one else is going to hire her. Now
honoring at the Academy Awards Sherry Moon Zombie as Michael Myers' mother.
Sherry Moon Zombie is the Hollywood nepotism that makes Paul W. Anderson casting Mila Jovovich in all his movies look like it's done for her acting talent.
To be fair, he was doing that before they got married. So
True.
Because Resident Evil was 2002, and they didn't get married for a long time after that.
Very true.
And when did they get married?
I don't remember.
Because I was about to say, depending on when it was, she wasn't in Death Race.
Yeah, that's true. But Kill Bill was. What's his name?
David Carradine.
Carradine, yeah.
Yeah, the voice of Frankenstein. The beginning of the movie.
The man who once told my friend Brendan he would not autograph his copy of Death Race 2000 because he was embarrassed he ever made that movie, and he was ashamed of the film, and he will not sign anything with that film, and he wished he never made it, and then a couple years later appeared in the remake. So, David Carradine, man of principle.
Yeah. All I want to do now is meet Sylvester Stallone and ask him about the Machine Gun Joe, because people forget he was the original.
Ask him about Studs and Tina Throw a Party. There's a movie he wants to talk about. Are you familiar with Studs and Tina?
No, I'm not. But the first one the first movie I thought of that he was really proud of was Paradise Alley.
Oh well, yeah. Well. I mean, that's go Google Studs and Tina, but don't do it at home, or don't do it at work. I mean,
why not?
Your boss would not be happy.
Is it a porno?
Oh yeah. That's Stallone's first movie.
Porn stars thinking that they're actors.
Yep. So there you go.
Yep. Ready to go on to the next trailer?
Sure.
Well, if you think we're going to talk about the next trailer, then don't.
Don't. Directed by Edgar Wright. Was supposed to be, in Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez's mind, the one of the main features of Grindhouse 2. Their thought was the fake trailers will get expanded into real trailers, and they'll do another double feature. So I think they were thinking Machete and Don't would be Grindhouse 2. And it wasn't. But Don't is my favorite of the fake trailers. I love Don't. Especially Nick Frost.
Are you thinking about opening that door? Don't.
And I love the ending when they're like just doing the don't. And then it cuts to don't. Opening Friday. And Nick Frost as the human baby in the basement. Don't is amazing.
I love how it's like every single like horror cliche. Like, are you thinking about exploring that house? Don't. You think about opening that door? Don't. You're thinking about exploring the basement? Don't.
I love Don't. Yeah, Don't. That's the best of the fake trailers. Absolutely.
Yes, and I don't think there's any more that can be said on Don't.
Should we? Are you thinking of talking about it some more? Don't.
About what?
Don't.
Oh God.
Yeah. There
you hit me with my own punchline, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Well, should we talk about the last trailer or shouldn't we?
We have to talk about the commercial, don't we, for the Mexican restaurant?
Oh, I forgot about the commercial for the Mexican restaurant.
I think
was that before Don't?
I think actually it was before Werewolf Women. I think we went right from the movie into the commercial for the Mexican restaurant, and then we had if memory serves. But yeah, there was a commercial for a fake restaurant, or I don't know if it was actually. I don't know that it was a fake restaurant. Maybe it's a real restaurant in Austin. I don't know, but it tells you like after the movie, stop by the such and such brothers. They give you some of their menu items.
Located in the shopping center.
Yeah, and I would have gone there. Sure, why not? Let me see if I can find the name of the Mexican restaurant. Mexican restaurant commercial. Grindhouse.
If only we had an intermission around this time.
Acuna Boys.
Yes.
The Acuna Boys. There you go.
That was a that food actually looked pretty good though.
Yeah, I'd eat it.
And if you actually want to go to said Mexican restaurant,
we got two.
Damn it! It won't load. I'll do a retake. If you actually want to go to said Mexican restaurant, then
we got two. We got
son of a bitch, it won't load. Yeah, whatever. I was gonna redo that opening gag.
The Acuna Boys was inspired by
We got 2 words for ya! You fool!
according to the internet, the Acuna Boys Mexican restaurant.
We got 2 words for ya! You fool!
And now it froze. Sorry.
All right. No, it's all right. It says, according to the internet, the Acuna Boys Mexican restaurant was inspired by the name of a gang from the 1977 revenge film Rolling Thunder. Since that film is one of his all-time favorites, Quentin Tarantino named his DVD distribution company Rolling Thunder Pictures, and the first website for that company featured the Acuna Boys logo. There you go. So, Acuna Boys is not a real Mexican restaurant.
Unfortunately.
Because
but I still want to go. And if you want to go, let's see if third time's the charm.
We got 2 words for ya! You fool!
That's my response to StreamYard right now.
You fool!
You fool!
Yeah, they won't do it.
I got 3 things to say to you if you're thinking of using StreamYard. You fool! Don't.
It works when it wants to work, but at least it's better than Streamlabs.
Is anyone watching other than Richard? Is Richard still here, or did we chase Richard away?
I don't know. I know I'm one of the viewers.
Richard says that Weinstein is the reason we'll never see a Dogma release anytime soon, and this is true.
Really?
This is true. Weinstein owns it, which puts Kevin Smith in an awkward position because you know, what are you going to do? You're gonna buy it from the enemy of the world. I don't know. Live top chat 2.
Oh, Richard's still here?
Richard, are you here? Oh yeah, he gave a thumbs up.
Yep.
He is still there. Well, there we go. So apparently tweeting out the stream, nobody came over. I don't know why. Let me try it again. I'll do it right now. Let's see.
Yeah, this is pretty standard for me. I'll promote a stream. I won't get anybody to show up. So at least supposedly we have 3 people here.
We're live right now. Come join us. -- free beer.
Yes. Wait, they should say something in the. You already tweeted it out, didn't you?
Yep.
Because I was about to say they should have they should someone should say something in the chat. Crap.
Let me see.
What should we get them to say if they come over from Twitter? I've come to drink beer and kick ass, and I'm still not drunk.
Let's see. If you join us from having seen this tweet, comma, come into the chat and say, quote, "This bud's for you, you sexy bastard."
Oh.
All right, there we go.
Okay. So
And if Richard says that in the chat now, Richard's a liar. He did not come in from Twitter.
I'm not waiting for the inevitable. I'll check back in a couple minutes. So you ready to talk about the final trailer?
Final trailer. I thought we did, didn't we?
No. We didn't talk about Thanksgiving.
Yes, we didn't. That's right.
That's Eli Roth's contribution to it.
Dark meat, white meat, all will be sliced. Thanks.
No, all will be carved.
All will be carved. Yes.
Because then you get the cheerleader. It's like the Friday the 13th death. Kind of reminds me of like Kevin Bacon when he took the arrow to the throat.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny. It's funny, the Thanksgiving trailer, because you know, it's very much a takeoff on those Halloween or even Black Christmas, those holiday themed horror films of the 70s. But I'm not a fan of Eli Roth myself, so I don't know. That's not one of my favorites, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, I like a couple of Eli Roth movies. I did like his Green Inferno.
I didn't see Green Inferno.
Oh.
I think I kind of bailed after Hostel. Well, he made the first Cabin Fever though, didn't he?
Yeah, that was his directorial debut.
Cabin Fever was pretty good. It did have the Pancakes Kid in it. I love the Pancakes Kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I forgot about the Pancakes Kid till just this moment. The memory just came back to me. Pancakes. Anyway.
And for those that have never seen Cabin Fever, he was the guy with the baseball bat in Inglourious Bastards.
Yes.
The Bear Jew.
The Bear Jew, who was the grandfather of Lee Donowitz, Saul Rubinick's character in True Romance.
Oh, God, I haven't seen True Romance in a long time.
Yeah, Saul Rubinick, the movie producer, played Lee Donowitz, and the Bear Jew was Donnie Donowitz, who was supposed to be his grandfather.
Well, that's going to be a little hard because the Bear Jew died at the end of the movie.
Well, that doesn't mean he wasn't out there spreading his seed before the war.
That's true. that is true. I didn't bring that up.
There were a lot of hookers in World War II. I don't know. Anyway,
yeah, especially if you go to France.
Uh-huh.
Oui. That takes on a whole new meaning.
Now, you see, when I hear wee wee, I always think of Mel Brooks' History of the World Part 1. Wee wee, yes, and a lot of it.
No, when I think of same movie, it's like, and here we have the birth of the world's first artist. And then 2 seconds later, the world's first art critic.
I love that movie.
Yes.
That's my favorite Mel Brooks movie. That is my favorite Mel Brooks movie. The Old Testament. The Lord Jehovah has given unto you these 10 commandments.
See my favorite. It's always been between like Blazing Saddles and Spaceballs. And Blazing Saddles mostly because that movie would never get made today.
Did you ever see the Did you ever hear the story about the TV show about Black Bart?
No, I never heard that story.
Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. Mel Brooks thought that there was a possibility Warner Brothers was going to want a sequel, and he didn't want to make a sequel. So he put you can Google this. This is on like Wikipedia. You can find it a few places, I think. But he put a clause in his contract that said if Warner Brothers wanted to make a sequel to Blazing Saddles, they could only do so if they made a TV series within 1 year of the movie. So he knew that the humor on the movie wouldn't translate to television. You couldn't, get away with the stuff he did in that movie on television. So this was his escape clause. He knew that Warner Brothers could never make a TV series out of this. So therefore they wouldn't, and they couldn't make a sequel then because they would be in violation of the clause that said you had to make a TV show first. So several years passed. And Warner Brothers came to him and said, "We want you to make Blazing Saddles 2." And he said, "Well, I can't. I have that clause in the contract that said you had to make a TV series first, and you didn't." And Warner Brothers said, "Oh, no, we did." And he's like, "What are you talking about?" And they brought him in, and it turned out that they made 4 seasons of a sitcom called Black Bart and never aired them. They said, "Oh, yeah, no, the contract didn't say that it actually had to air on television. It just said we had to make it. We made 4 seasons." And they
Wow.
showed him several episodes in a screening room. He said it was like the most horrible thing he ever saw.
Yeah. Probably shot on the back lot.
It starred
Hey kid, want to make $50?
It starred Louis Gossett Jr. was the star of Black Bart, a TV show that is to this day. I think they said they aired the pilot once on television, and but the other 4 seasons of the show have never been aired anywhere.
Hold on. So what you're saying is we need to start a brand new movement. If this will add,
Restore the Black Bart cut.
no, restore the Warner cut of Black Bart. Damn it! It won't work. Probably for the same reason why the video won't work again. Because yeah, I've been I think I'm taking up too much RAM on my computer.
Re-res RAM.
Yeah. Sorry. Having trouble connecting. Please check your internet connection.
If you're having trouble connecting, maybe you should go to Match.com.
Yeah, the funny part is they're still saying that we're live.
Are we live, Richard? Give us a thumbs up if we're live.
Yeah.
Nobody came in for the free beer.
Oh, that's a damn shame. Because I was planning to pass out some Corona followed by some Miller, but you know. But the funny part is you and I are still hearing each other just fine.
You're live.
Okay, yeah. So it just must be on my end then. Why the why it won't load again? I think it's just a RAM issue more than anything. Hold on, I'm gonna try this again. The joys of tuning into a live stream. Yeah, it's not gonna go.
Richard Pryor was supposed to star in Blazing Saddles. However, the studio thought he was too unreliable. Still live.
All right, cool. We're still at really Richard Pryor back in '74.
Yeah. Yep.
Because I know he was kind of big at that. Because I know, yeah, Brewster's Millions obviously came long after that.
85. Yeah.
Okay. Because that's the one I'm. No. The first Richard Pryor movie I ever saw, and every one of you is going to laugh at this, is Superman 3.
Well, you know what movie Richard Pryor made in the 80s that really, if you think about it now, is just the worst idea in the world? Are you familiar with the movie The Toy?
Is that the one with Robin Williams?
No. You're thinking of Toys. Toys with Robin Williams. That's a terrible movie. But no, the Toy was a popular movie in the early 80s. Aired on HBO and Prism and Prism was a local Philly movie channel. But it aired on cable all the time back in the early 80s. And The Toy was about a rich spoiled kid. And it was the kid who stuck his tongue to the pole in A Christmas Story. And he was like really spoiled, really rich. And he told his father, Jackie Gleason, that he wanted his father says, what do you want for Christmas? You could have like whatever gift you want. And he saw Richard Pryor in a store and he said, I want him. So Jackie Gleason brings home Richard Pryor as a toy for his son. So now let's think about this through the scope of today. In the early 80s, Jackie Gleason bought a black man for his son. I mean, how awful. I mean, it's just, it boggles the mind that was a movie. But yeah, that was a big hit in the early 80s.
Wow.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. So, hold on. Richard, his quote-unquote habits were already well known around Hollywood. I believe he contributed to the writing of the script.
Yeah, he did. He did contribute to the script, and yeah, you know, back in the 70s, he was most known at that time for his stand-up.
Mhm.
But yeah, you know about him and Marlon Brando, right?
No, don't know about him and Marlon Brando.
Apparently Marlon Brando. Well, no, I shouldn't. I don't want to turn it into that kind of stream. Let's Google Richard Pryor and Marlon Brando.
All right. So, we ready to talk about the final movie in Grindhouse?
Yes, sure.
All right. Well,
Richard, when you mentioned his habits, were you talking about Marlon Brando? Anyway, go on.
So if we need any living proof that this stream exists, how about we make this stream a little death proof? Huh? Get what I did there? Huh? See, I lost a viewer because of a bad joke.
Who'd you lose?
Don't know. Now we're down to 2. We were up to 3. Now we're down to 2.
I think I scared them away when I talked about Marlon Brando.
Well, what are you saying, Joe? Don't betray the family business.
Oh yes.
So, Death Proof. To preface this, this is how I originally saw Death Proof.
Okay.
Was the DVD release? You want to know a fun fact about the DVD release of Death Proof?
Sure.
It's 113 minutes long.
Okay.
The Grindhouse, the theatrical cut, is only an hour 35.
All right. So there's some more stuff.
Yes. Tarantino shot more than he needed to. Damn it. Tarantino shot more than he needed to for this, quite clearly. And many people view that this is his worst movie. But to be fair, this is how everybody saw it. More than likely.
Yeah, I actually, well, first of all, I don't consider Death Proof to be one of his movies. I consider Grindhouse to be the movie, the whole thing. And I view it as a collaboration, like I would something like 4 Rooms, or 4 Rooms was made by 4 different directors. I see Grindhouse as a collaboration between 2 filmmakers. So I have a lot of trouble. Richard says Pryor and Brando. Ouch. And that would be Richard Pryor's butt that was getting the ouch. Let's just.
Oh God.
Yes.
Oh God, are we turning this into an NSFW stream?
I'm just telling you that. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, it's a Hollywood legend. I don't know if it's true.
Like with a certain Travolta guy. My God.
On the on the day of his daughter's wedding, Marlon Brando could refuse no request, and Richard Pryor had a request, and he said,
Ow!
he said he needed to have a cavity filled, and Marlon Brando misunderstood.
I wonder if it's like Monica Lewinsky before Monica Lewinsky, if you know what I mean. Oh shit!
This is a big Gilbert Gottfried story. Gilbert Gottfried always talks about this on his podcast. Yeah.
You fool!
Exactly.
The video didn't show up, but you were muted.
I saw the video.
Oh, it must have just been on my end then. Damn. Hey Richard, did that video go through? And we're watching, and we're waiting. And I bet Joe doesn't know what that's from.
I don't know. I got it.
Phineas and Ferb. Oh, now we got nobody viewing it.
Yeah, we lost everybody, but we.
Yep.
That's what happens. I'm sorry.
As soon as we started talking about Marlon Brando and Richard Pryor, little nasty in the pasty.
What are you doing, cat? What are you doing? What are you doing? I have a cat begging for attention over here. You fool! Oh, Richard says yes. Richard is still here.
Okay, cool. So, okay, the video did go through, so it was just
Right.
on my end. Okay.
Oh,
Sorry,
right.
but yeah, you brought Gilbert Gottfried. I had to bring up the video. So continue the Gilbert Gottfried story.
No, that's it. Gilbert's just a huge fan of that story. You know, Gilbert is if you ever listen to Gilbert's podcast, Gilbert Gottfried's Amazing Colossal Podcast, he's a big fan of Hollywood legends, Hollywood scandalous Hollywood legends like Cesar Romero. I don't know if you ever heard Cesar Romero and the Orange Wedges. He's a big fan of that story. And Danny Thomas and how Danny Thomas used to like to order eggs Danny Thomas style. I don't know if you know what that means, but
I don't want you going into that.
Okay, it involves a glass top table and a hooker. But anyway, I won't get into the details though. I won't get into the details. So there you go.
Richard, do you see what you made us do? We were talking about Death Proof, and then you had to bring up firing Brando. I'm blaming you for derailing this stream. So anyone watching the rebroadcast, hashtag blame Richard.
Blame Richard. Wow, you are desperate for attention, Cat. Anyway, Death Proof. And let me tell you something. I'm a little disappointed because Kurt Russell in Death Proof plays a stuntman by the name of Stuntman Mike.
Mm-hmm.
And
who has a brother named Stuntman Bob.
Stuntman Bob, yeah. And then in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Kurt Russell also plays a stuntman. And I kind of hoped he was Stuntman Mike. I was like, I hope this is like young Stuntman Mike. But no, he wasn't. So that let me down just a little. I really wanted him to be Stuntman Mike again in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. But yeah, his car is death proof. Richard says, let's not get started with Forrest Tucker. So we shouldn't tell the story about the golf course then, Richard? Anyway. Oh, boy.
Yeah, we dove off the deep end a while ago now. So Death Proof.
Yeah.
Follows two groups of girls.
Yes, two groups. And one of them is she was a radio DJ, right? She was a radio DJ. Jungle Julia, and they're out for their night on the town and
with their friend Butterfly.
Really, Kat, you're gonna like beg me for attention, and then when I pet you, you're gonna bite me. Get out of here, you mongrel. Anyway, so yeah, they're out there, and it was her birthday, right? It was her birthday, Jungle Julia.
Mm-hmm.
And they put the challenge out that someone had to come up and say a phrase to her.
Yep.
The phrase that pays. And
well, remember they had to buy her a drink and then say the phrase.
Exactly.
And then they get the lap dance.
Exactly. Yes. And and then that leads to some but
that also leads to Rose McGowan in the bar, who cannot pull off the look in a blonde wig.
Right.
For the longest time, I didn't even recognize that was Rose McGowan.
Yeah. But
how far she's come, being Paige Matthews on Charmed to going to being a girl with one leg being a machine gun, to then being a chick in a bar.
Yes. But that was a cool thing. That was a cool thing that they kind of used some of the same cast members, and some of them, like Marley Shelton, played the same character in both parts. And
even the father.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name to save my life.
Yeah, I'm blanking too. But yeah, that was a cool little like linking thing. And then obviously Death Proof took place before Planet Terror.
Yep.
But it was neat. And so you got these two groups of girls that are out, and well, actually no, because I think the second part takes place sometime later.
Mhm.
But yeah, we get this group of girls meets this stuntman Mike, who is just basically out to kill them. He's a nut job, and
Mhm.
and then we have another set of girls who also has an encounter with stuntman Mike, but it goes a very different way. And they're a
Yeah.
group that is that consists of a couple of stunt drivers, a couple car stunt drivers. Yes, Richard says legend has it that Forrest Tucker was blessed. You could say he put the F in F Troop. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I think you know what this inspires me to do now?
What's that?
Let's have a second stream where we talk about nothing but the NSFW Hollywood legends.
Apparently, once Forrest Tucker and Milton Berle got into it over who was larger, and that's like a legend that apparently one of Forrest Tucker's friends said, "Just pull out enough to win." So,
Oh God. Oh, so Death Proof. And here's the funny
how did this happen? How did this happen?
Richard, damn you!
It's Richard's fault.
Yeah, damn you, Richard.
Damn you, Grover Cleveland.
No, because what I was about to say is Death Proof. Hopefully, I'm holding it in front of the camera just right. Can you see it?
Oh, I can see it.
Okay. Like I said, this is 113 minutes long. The big difference between this version of Death Proof and the Grindhouse version of Death Proof, this version of Death Proof contains the lap dance.
Oh. There you go.
In Grindhouse, it shows up when Stuntman Mike goes, you better go get ready for that lap dance. The reel is missing. And then it goes to when they're leaving the bar.
See, again, I think I prefer that.
Mm-hmm. I actually watching, because the first video I ever made was ranking all of Tarantino's movies, and I always said Death Proof was the worst. That there's almost no redeeming it. But then again, this was the only way I ever saw Death Proof, as most people, more than likely.
What's your opinion, having seen Grindhouse?
Death Proof is better in Grindhouse. It's still not my favorite Tarantino, though.
See, I cannot compare it to anything else he's ever done, because in my mind, it's so intrinsically linked with Death Proof, or with Planet Terror, that oh, come on, cat! You're gonna tear my shirt up with those claws. I feel like these movies are supposed to be a certain thing. They're supposed to be very exploitation, very. They're not supposed to be good cinema. That's not what they're meant to be. That's not what they were intended to be. It's not supposed to be good cinema. So when you take it for what it's supposed to be, I think it's spectacular. But when you compare it to something like Pulp Fiction, which is a legit good movie, I don't know that that's a fair comparison.
And like I said, when they released it to DVD, they kept Planet Terror perfectly intact.
Right.
With all the film grain, all the missing reel, so you don't see the sex scene with Rose McGowan and Ray. But when they took it over into Death Proof, they restored the 20 minutes of footage that they cut out. So they made the movie longer, and it made it worse.
Yeah, I don't know why they'd want to do that. Just man, just keep it. This is what it's about, man. This is, and I remember at the time, my ex-wife, I was so upset when they came out on DVD, and my ex-wife said, "Well, why does it have to be like the theatrical version? Couldn't the theatrical version be an event, be a moment? You saw that was an event that happened, but you don't need to relive it." And I'm like, it's like, well, I could tell you're not a cinephile, because that's like You would never say, "Oh, well, why does Citizen Kane have to be the same as the way you first saw it?" You can cut it out and add JoJo the Dancing Clown to a scene. It's the way you first saw it, it's just that was an event. I mean, you wouldn't say that,
Mm-hmm.
Although JoJo the Dancing Clown was fantastic in the TV edit of Citizen Kane.
See, the one thing I don't like about Death Proof is it feels like two different movies at times. Because they build up because they have it's a big car chase movie at the very end, but there's no car chase in the beginning.
Yeah.
Other than he's stuntman Mike trying to pick up chicks in a bar, and then wants to murder him.
Let me also say I love the music in Death Proof.
Mm-hmm.
Death Proof has such great music. Man, I dig that movie. I want to sit I need 3 free hours. I want to sit and watch Grindhouse again.
But that car chase was pretty good though.
Yeah,
with Zoe Bell strapped to the hood of the car.
Absolutely. And that was one of the first movies I ever saw Mary Elizabeth Winstead in. She's
Was she the cheerleader?
Yeah. And I don't remember what came first. I don't remember if it was Grindhouse or what the Edgar Wright movie, Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim was 2010.
Okay, then this probably was the first thing I saw her in. No, because she was also in. No, that came after. I was going to say she was in Die Hard 4. Die Hard 4 came after Grindhouse. That was 08. Yeah.
Die Hard 4, aka Die Soft. Well, Joe, we lost you. Okay, so I guess the show is just me now. Da. Crap. Joe, are you still in the chat? Shit. Well, I guess all I have is this.
We got 2 words for ya! You fool!
Richard, if you're still here, please tell me that played. Because Joe was in the middle of a point, and then he just cut out. Oh, he might be back.
Hello.
And he's loading up pretty slowly. This could be our connection going to shit. Let's see. Loading up the stream on my end. Having trouble connecting. This is often caused by an unstable internet connection if you're on Wi-Fi. Blah, 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 blah.
It says everyone can see me and
Richard,
hear
are we still live?
It says everyone can see me and hear me. Let me see.
Damn.
It says everyone can see me. It says everyone can see me. I am on.
I'm still here, and it played with a. Oh God. Oh God. I get what you did, Richard. It's a Die Hard joke. I get. Well, I am on. Okay. Richard's saying it's all good. Joe is slowly loading back in.
I can see and hear you just
to
fine.
Be fair, Joe, this may be a problem on my end, but Richard's claiming that we're all good. So I don't know what it is. I can see and hear you just fine.
I am watching the stream, and I am on.
Okay, Joe, did you try? I hate to sound like the Indian tech guy, but did you try restarting your computer? I'm watching the stream and I am on. All I see is you loading. Yeah, Joe. Try restarting your computer. That might do it. Because if Richard's saying that because if you and Richard are saying we're all good, then I don't think it's a problem with my connection. Okay. So while Joe is restarting his stream, Joe's back. Really, he showed up on screen because all I got was a loading.
Hello, you sexy bastard.
It wouldn't be a live stream without technical difficulties.
Okay, get those clothes out of me.
Richard, are you seeing his face, or are you just seeing a loading bubble? It's a dead stress. A dead stream.
So while Gary figures this out, let's talk about Richard Pryor and Marlon Brando. Richard Pryor and Marlon Brando. Let's talk about what should we talk about next? Oh boy.
Well, crap.
Gary can't hear me.
I can see and hear you both. That's where I can't hear Joe from my end.
He's over there. Gary is over there.
So maybe it is my connection. Joe, if you're in the chat, are you okay with me ending the stream right now, and I'll restart, and then we'll come right back in like 5 minutes? Okay. Richard, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna shut this stream down. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. So Joe, check your email. I'm gonna have to send you a brand new link. So yeah, I'll see you guys in just a few minutes. Joe just pointed you with both hands. Okay, then yeah, it's a problem on my end. Again, I'm gonna try to restart, and I'll see you guys in about five to 10 minutes.
Is this stream still going? I see myself. Gary's going. Did I just take over the stream? Did I take over Gary's channel? I could leave the studio, but I think I'm still on. Let me see. Let me find out. What's happening here? Is this... All right, let's see. Is this still happening? Yeah, I've taken over the stream. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Crazy Even Later After Dark. Gary's going to start up a new stream, but I have hijacked this one. And now it's Crazy After Dark Part 2, Richard says. Yes! Welcome to Crazy After Dark Part 2. Wait a minute. Let me send a link and get my friend Chuck back on the stream. We'll do it over here now. So yeah, I wonder if Gary knows that we have hijacked his stream. You think he'll cut this out? You think he'll cut this out, or you think he'll keep it up? I don't know. There we go. So hey, Richard, I guess it's just you and I now. Nobody else is here, right? So I should probably hang up. And wait for his email. But it's kind of funny. Let's see. Did I... Still going?
All right, Joe, I'm back in.
Hi.
So I guess I didn't have to restart the stream at all because it failed to end the broadcast.
I know. I took over.
Yeah. So now he's throwing punches at who's throwing punches at me, Richard? taking some jabs at me while I'm gone, making fun of my technical difficulties. So what were you doing, Joe?
I took over, man. We talked about Richard Pryor and
Oh
Marlon
damn!
Brando.
As long as it's nothing that'll get me banned.
No.
Okay. So no one tipping Joe. No one tipping Joe $2 to take a shirt off, which you can't do because I don't have super chats, by the way. Ha ha ha!
But I have the hippo.
Yeah, but I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet. So I can't. I think that's what you need to enable super chats.
You will at the end of the night. We're bringing him in.
Uh-huh. Everyone mass spam me right now.
Yes. What was what's you didn't get a ton of those fandom menace people after you had the anti-tracker on?
No, but I did put out my most successful TMRP I've ever put out, which was basically attacking them.
All right.
I'm honestly surprised no one attacked me in the comments for that yet.
Oh, you want to bring out the trolls? Just go out and talk about how much you hate the Snyder Cut. That brings them out of the woodwork. Let me tell you.
Okay, well, I'm not above pissing both sides off because the people who supported the Snyder Cut really didn't like the Phantom Menace to begin with. So
I thought that's pretty much who those people were.
No,
because, see, I've always heard the guys on the Midnight Sludge channel
it was
Clown
they were not talking about the Snyder Cut initially.
It
wasn't until after AT&T had announced it was coming to HBO Max, then they started taking credit for it.
Well, anyway, I did a video, where I said I thought the Whedon cut was better, and I believe it. It's the truth.
Yeah, and it's your most downvoted video ever.
Yeah, I know. With the joke's on them. I mean, that just helps the algorithm. Like that does no damage to I'm gonna make more off that video because of the trolls. And it's like it's like, well, thank you, trolls, for helping make that video such a smashing success. And I'm a little sad they haven't come back for more, because I did another video about what does Restore the Snyderverse mean, and I thought, oh good, this trolls will come back and I'll get a ton of hits. And this time they didn't show up, and I'm like, oh okay, well,
I could do it. I did it. Hashtag release the Warner cut of Black Bart. Everyone go to Twitter right now. We are going to make that a trending hashtag. Get a hold of everyone you know. We are going to try to get Logan Paul to tweet this out.
Or Ron Paul, or Logan. Logan.
Why Ron Paul?
I don't know, because you said Logan Paul, so I said or Ron Paul, because they have the same last name.
You could have also gone with Jake Paul. That's his brother.
Or then I could have gone with Ron Popeil.
Yeah. So let me make sure I can see the video.
Got 2 words for ya! You fool!
Yay! Okay, now we're officially back. So where were we on Death Proof? I don't remember.
I was saying I like the music.
Yes.
And I love Death Proof. It's just it's such a fun movie, because it's like it's got that whole girl empowerment thing, but it's not what you'd expect. It's not like
it's also not very in your face with it either.
I don't know. It kind of is, but in a different way. Like it's not it's not typical. It's basically, you just have these women who are into stunt driving, and the guy assumes, oh, these girls, I can mess with them. Never.
Hey,
thinking.
it was fun.
Exactly.
Then he gets shot.
Yeah. I dig that movie.
Yeah, I love the part in the chase when they turn around on him, and they finally do a jump in a car chase movie. It's not a car chase movie till you do a jump stunt.
Yes.
That's my
Indeed.
opinion, and I'm sticking to that.
Yep.
So now the ultimate point: which cut of Death Proof is better? Is it the DVD cut that is 113 minutes, or Joe? Do you have the Blu-ray at hand?
Ta-da!
Or is it the Grindhouse theatrical cut version of the movie? Make your selection now. Doop 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 doop.
That would be cool if we could do like a trick photography where I go like this, and then we trade. You know, pull out. I got the DVD.
I wish, because I would have to have the steelbook, and you'd have to have this at hand.
Right. That would be a neat trick. Like, oh, we're trading them off, and the viewers are like,
no one's taking a wild guess. Richard, I blame you. Everything that's gone wrong in the stream, I'm just going to hashtag blame Richard for everything. But no, if you want to watch Grindhouse, you got to watch the theatrical cut of it.
I agree.
Because all the shit that they add back into the movie with regards to like the lap dance, and then that the part where they're driving the Challenger, they actually extend that to be a lot longer than it needs to. All of that stuff just killed the movie. It slowed it way down.
Yes. I'll tell you something else. What was I never saw the movie. But the movie that Vanishing Point. Jacob's here.
Jacob, you troll.
No, Vanishing Point is the movie they keep talking about in Death Proof. I had never seen Vanishing Point. I bought Vanishing Point after I saw because I love Grindhouse and Death Proof so much. I went out and I bought I own Vanishing Point now.
Okay. Are you talking the original movie, or are you talking the one with Viggo Mortensen?
I didn't know they did it was the original.
It was a made for TV. It was a made for TV movie in the late 90s.
Okay, I didn't even know that there was a remake, but yeah, no, I have the original on Blu-ray, and I believe it's, if I'm not mistaken, from Mill Creek Entertainment.
They also the Death Proof also brings up the original Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yeah.
Not the Angelina Jolie, Nick Cage.
That's right.
Hell, they openly slammed that, and Nicolas Cage is in Grindhouse.
Yeah, that's right. That was indeed.
Yes.
Welcome, Jacob. Restore the Snyderverse. There you go. Jacob is here.
The funny part is the Snyderverse hasn't completely gone away, though.
Well,
because they're still keeping Wonder Woman alive. They're still keeping Aquaman alive.
Well, pretty much with the sole exception of Batman.
Yeah.
All the movies they're making are in that shared universe. So, in fact, they said that the quote-unquote Snyderverse is Earth 1. They all live on Earth 1, and Batman is going to be on Earth 2. So the Snyder... I think when people say restore the Snyderverse, they mean bring back Snyder himself. Let Snyder make more movies. But that's a bad hashtag, because the Snyderverse is still alive. You should be hashtagging bring back Zack Snyder, because that would make more sense.
Yes. So, is there anything more that we need to say on Death Proof?
I don't think so, other than I love this movie even more than Marlon Brando loves A Day with Richard Pryor.
Boy, that was one hell of a rabbit hole we went down. And yep. I am going to say, I'm going to full screen myself real quick. If the only way you've seen these movies are this way, hold on, let me get it in here. If this is the only way you saw the movies, damn it, I got to make sure the right hand is showing. Planet Terror, this is unaltered. This is in how it was like in the theatrical cut of Grindhouse. This cut of Death Proof, don't waste your time on.
Yeah, I would just quote the old 1997 Star Wars re-release trailer where they show the TV screen and they say, "If this is the only way you have seen Star Wars, if these are the only way you have seen Grindhouse, then
Yep.
you haven't seen it at all."
Yes. Completely, because adding all that stuff back in that was in the quote unquote missing reel, just absolutely. Actually, I do have one criticism for Death Proof, and that's the ending car chase. I would have loved if a couple of minutes were intentionally cut out.
That would have been fun. Yeah.
Keep up with that grindhouse feel, like maybe when they're going for the jump, and you see them going for the jump, but then it cuts, and then it's immediately them starting to drift.
Am I allowed, because you're not monetized, right?
No.
So am I allowed to play music on this stream?
How much you want to play?
I don't know. I was just going to say if we're at the end, then I should play.
That'll probably get me dinged, but I don't give a damn.
Oh well.
Worst thing that's going to happen is they're just going to take the revenue, and more people will see this as a result. That happened with my Lego Star Wars streams. So,
yeah, that actually happened when I recorded back before I had 1,000 viewers. When I recorded a bunch of live performances of Nerf Herder, and then just said, "Screw it, I'm putting it on the MegaPodTastic channel."
Just hold on, just pulled Death Proof off the shelf to watch after the stream, and I realized I had a Best Buy bonus disc with it. Also, Richard Pryor and Brando were both in Superman movies. Yes, Brando was Jor-El in the original movie.
Yes, Jor-El. Really,
there was a what? Hold on, was it this version of the movie, Richard? Because this is a 2-disc edition. Because I've never heard of a Best Buy exclusive for Death Proof. So what happened when you were under 1,000 subscribers?
No, I recorded some Nerf Herder live at DragonCon, and I just decided, what the heck, I'm going to put it on the MegaPodTastic channel. And yeah, Nerf Herder just took the revenue, which I wouldn't have gotten any revenue because I was, unmonetized. And it got a ton of views because now it was monetized by Nerf Herder. So
AKA we should have started playing the theme song from Bullet. That would have gotten a shit ton of views. Ba-na-na-na.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. Only complaint I have about Death Proof. The Death Proof segment, they should have kept up with the Grindhouse going into the car chase.
Yeah, I agree.
Again, cut out like just before they jump, because that would have been even funnier.
I really wish Grindhouse had been a hit, because I would have loved to have gotten that like part 2 that has "don't" in it.
Yes. So, which brings me to my final inevitable question before we definitively end this. Of the 3 trailers that we did not get feature films for, that is Werewolf Women of the SS, Don't, and Thanksgiving. Which would you most like to see get made into a movie? And you have to keep the same writer and director on.
I would do Don't, but I would say I hope that Edgar Wright doesn't fall into the same trap that I think Robert Rodriguez fell into with Machete. Don't feel beholden to the trailer. Don't feel like you have to put everything in the trailer in your movie, because a fake trailer is different than a feature-length film. You should take the story where the story has to go, and don't take the story where the trailer makes you go. That's my take.
I would have said the exact same thing is with Don't, and I think there's a lot of good elements of the trailer that should be in the movie, because given that it would be more of a comedy, because you could throw the whole you thinking about exploring that house. Don't throw every cliche in the book as this is what you don't do in a horror movie, and it would all work.
Exactly.
Because the only people that wouldn't like it are people that don't understand intent.
Right. And also with Don't, the trailer for Don't was more vague. It wasn't like the Machete trailer where they spelled out the plot for you. It's like,
Yeah, it was just all the cliches, you know, don't open the door,
Right,
don't
right.
explore the basement.
Exactly. Don't.
Don't. So I think that's gonna do it. We've been going for almost 2 hours.
Yes.
I mean, you know, what sucks is we can't go for 3.5 like we did the first time.
Well, I do have work in the morning, and I am
Yeah.
trying to readjust to a day schedule after 4 months on the night shift. So
Yeah, so I don't want to keep you any longer than I need to. So Joe, for all the people watching the rebroadcast on the other platforms that I'm on, tell everyone where they can find you.
you can find us on MegaPodTastic.com, MegaPodTastic on YouTube, MegaPodTastic anywhere you go for social media. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. But the MegaPodTastic channel on YouTube is where most of the content is, as well as you go to your favorite podcatcher, whether it be Apple or was it I'm blanking on all the podcatchers now. It's Spotify, Stitcher, yeah, wherever you get podcasts, look up MegaPodTastic. You'll get the MegaPodTastic podcast, and you'll get our videos on YouTube.
All right.
There you go.
And for everyone who is here, because you're probably only here because Joe told you to be, I am over on the Twitters, and that is my exact Twitter hashtag at MetrObelisk, and it's spelled exactly the same way. And a big announcement, but Joe already knows this, I am now officially on Instagram.
Yeah.
And yes. It is spelled the exact way it is across the screen. And before we go, remember my sponsor is selling a new book, and you can call this number to reserve your copy. But remember, if you do,
We got 2 words for ya! You fool!
Call the number 1-866. Hold on, I can't do this right. I need a retake of that. Remember to call the number 1-866.
You fool!
You fool.
Yes. Hopefully the FTC does not come after me for that when it was a clear joke. So that's gonna go ahead and do it for this stream. Joe, thanks for coming on and agreeing to do this.
Oh, no problem. And I just found this picture here of
hold on, let me full screen you.
I found this picture here. I don't know if we can see it without a glare of. Yeah, we can't see it without a glare. It's a photo of Marlon Brando and Richard Pryor looking lovingly at one another.
Oh God. We need to do another like Hollywood Secrets, the NSFW version.
Oh yes.
where we are more than free to go into it. And if all else fails, maybe we'll have to do it over on Twitch because YouTube is kind of sticklers about it.
You fool.
Yes, you fool. So to close out the stream, I am gonna close it out with this.
We got 2 words for ya! You fool!
Take care, guys. I'll see you guys next time.
Damn you, Grover Cleveland.
Damn you, Richard, for making us go down a lot of rabbit holes tonight. A lot of unnecessary, very dark holes. I had an innocent mind coming into this stream, but you ruined me. You deflowered me. I'm gonna sue.
Like Richard Pryor with Marlon Brando.
And Monica Lewinsky before Monica Lewinsky, if you know what I mean.
Did you? I heard Marlon Brando went down a dark hole once.
Oh God, just end it off. I know a great Richard Brunetti Fisher story. When we do our Hollywood stories, NSFW, Richard, shoot me an email. I will invite you on the stream if you want to come on.
When you post this, take out my information. I don't want to own up to this.
Well, it's live, and that would take too much work, so it's okay. That's not your actual name. You didn't actually give your first and last name, to be fair. So, all right, guys, this is gonna really end the stream, and I will see all of you guys next time.